So, hello and welcome to this new video on my channel. My name is Seyshi and today I'm going to show you my ranked team. I already made 2 or 3 videos about my teams all in all, but they were not meta honestly, because I did play a counter and rough team. All in all, rough teams are still very good, but if you play against enemies that know how to counter it, you just stand no chance. And yeah, without talking that much, this is my team right here. In my opinion, it's so goddamn strong. As you can see, I'm using 1 counter hero and 1 justice hero. Even a justice hero on the bench. Maybe someone does remember my tier list video about the marketplace heroes. I just did completely change my mind. Fubuki is not one of the best, but a very strong justice hero. A lot of people are running him and I understand now why. Because his abilities are not one of the best, but the long shot is very strong and the defensive ability in the offense is also very strong. And now you think like, okay, why is he using 2 forest strikers, 1 Guenji in the offensive midfield and the Fablet goalie? Exactly, that's my tactic. Because in the last days I did learn a lot all in all about team building and everything. And I just did decide to go on justice, counter and a little bit of tension. Because with justice it's pretty easy, I would say, to win focus battles all in all. So you can gain tension more easy than with a rough play build, honestly, these days in ranked. Shot, in my opinion, is completely overrated because you already get enough shot boost with counter. If shot is not on 100% in the counter passive, it's almost not even bringing that much, honestly. But now it's on 28%, and with the own shot boost of my characters, it's pretty solid because it's on like 50% then with the own boost, or 45, something like that roundabout. And yeah, that's just about the passes. But now we are coming to my team building all in all, because as you can see, I'm using a Fablet goalkeeper, what is in my opinion very broken at this moment, because it's so annoying to score against the Fablet goalie. Maybe you already saw it in my last video, and now I just build up a whole team around it with a very strong defense at this point. Everyone got the blocking ability at least. It's even more annoying to do short chains. Yeah, that's what we want to stop, because only short chains can break through a Fablet goalie, because when the enemy is using long shots, it needs like at least 3, but most of the times 4 to 5 times to shoot for the enemy to get a goal in with a long shot. So we just counter long shots like that, and we abuse them by ourselves with our team. But as you can see, most of our characters are also just having a dribbling ability, and Samford even got a defensive ability. Same like Fubuki, no dribbling ability but a defensive ability. Who got nothing. And Sakurazaki also got dribbling and defensive ability. Now you think like, okay, why is he having these characters on his bench? Because when the enemy is, as an example, using a forest goalie, you know, we have a Guenji. He's always staying in our midfield and is unswappable. I also have the Justice Guenji that I could play there, but now I just use the counter Guenji because I have him leveled up. And the passes are fitting like that way more. And you always have a fire striker in the offensive midfield. Then our tactic is that we use 2 forest strikers, and when the enemy is not using a wind goalie, we can just swap it out when he's, as an example, using an earth goalie, where we have the elemental advantage of wind characters. There we have Matatagi and Fubuki. But we can't play 3 heroes, so I did make it a little bit different. Some people also have another Fablet goalie on the bench, but they only don't have another Fablet goalie at this moment. Then we can just swap our team out like that. Then we have 2 wind strikers in our field to just counter the enemy's elemental advantage. To just counter the element of the enemy's goalie, like when he's using an earth goalie. That's also why I have Ju Sharp on the bench, because I can't play 3 heroes, so I can swap out my Shindo. And because he's a counter Kido, I'm very lucky about that his passives are also very good. The passives are still very valid at this point like that. And when the enemy is using a fire goalie, we can just do it like that. There we have Sakurazaki and Zanak. Zanak is not built up completely right now because he lacks some equipment, and I don't have enough pink beans right now at this point. That's the tactic all in all in my team. So we can always counter the enemy's goalie, and we always have a save up in our bag with the Fablet Genda. This obviously works with every Fablet goalie. But yeah, this is our starting lineup, how we are going to start, and I'm just going to show it to you right now in the ranked mode. Okay, we are looking for an enemy right now. I hope it's not an Asian guy, and I also play with a handicap, because I use my old controller right now, because my X button is here damaged. But the other problem is on my other controller that my R2 is broken, so the R2 sprints doesn't work anymore on this controller, and that my X button is hanging sometimes on my old controller is less annoying than the R2 button is damaged. It's a little bit dumb, but it's just how it is. And in my last stream, the people told me how to spell Fablet exactly. I just noticed that right now that I said Fablet again. It's Fablet, obviously, for you all. And we play against the guy from China. Oh, I hate that because the connection is gonna be so annoying. But we just try. If it's too laggy, I'm just quitting. Okay, the enemy isn't using a hero, he's only using his Fablet Reese. Okay, let's see. He's having explosion, a little bit annoying. But yeah, let's just do it. I did not even check which goalie he's using. Seems like a Samcook, yeah. But as you can see, oh, my X button, this could be annoying now. Let's see. The focus attack, oh, it's even alright, honestly. I'd expect some more of his Fablet midfielder. Check this out. How much focus defense? Okay, he's just having 2k attack with his Reese. That's crazy. Okay, he's just either firing off a shot chain right now, but it's a little bit laggy because he's from Asia. It's annoying. But now, as you can see, we can just use the wall and do some damage to his special ability shot. That's what I did mean with that. Our defense is pretty strong. As you can just see, it's blocked completely. So very annoying. He just blocked a 2k shot. That's what I just love about Kabeyama. And now we just use our Grand Fire. I'm not even sure which element the enemy goalie got. I think he's using a Samguk, so a fire goalie. Very annoying. So we need to swap in our Earth Strikers in a few. Now it's okay, he can just do it like that because the next shot should go in if I'm not wrong. More time, I mean, I could have used some more tactics at this point, but maybe it's just going in with Guenji and the counter passive. I think it could go in at least if he's not using Keeper's Grid. And he's not using Keeper's Grid, so it's in. And what we can just do now, because we know he's using a Fire Samco, just swap our Sakurazaki in for, wait, for who even? We're going to put out Toramaru at this point, so we can use a Sakurazaki with his annoying and broken long shots now. Pretty well. But we should still be fine, because we still have Keeper's Grid to go. And what we can do now is passing to Sakurazaki at this point. And just use a normal shot to do at least some damage. Because the next long shot can just go in without any problems at this point. We could have also used our tactic, Explosion, but yeah, we just did not do it now. But the elemental advantage is still gonna annoy the enemy a lot. Even if he's using Keeper's Grid now. Still, 1-8 damage is a lot, I would say. And annoying the enemy, how I said. Bro, what? Okay, halftime. And we are only leading 1-0 because the enemy is not that bad, honestly. But we are just playing it out a little bit better. And I just know that the next shot is gonna be in for 100%. Wait, that caster wall from the enemy is not set perfectly. Doom Spear is maybe a little bit dumb because I know that the enemy is having a fire goalie. But it should still be enough with the normal elemental advantage at this point. And as you can see, he's standing... Oh, okay, he just saved it up somehow. But it still should be completely alright because the next shot is gonna go in 100%. Ability on that one, but now we just use Waterfall on Maya and it maybe works. It did work because Maya is just a beast in the defensive midfield in my opinion. And okay, now we just use Grand Fire at this point. Maybe it's going through. He just moved his defender pretty good, I would say. Him moving his defender like that. We also just could have passed like that, but it's alright like that, I would say. Now he's using Ozone Flare. No elemental advantage, so it could be that he's not stopping it, but some damage is gonna be at least. And bro, we are not scoring for like some minutes, but the enemy is also just not playing it out pretty bad, I would say. Should still be alright because he's not gonna get the shot in. Especially not because we can just use Keeper's Grid. I'm just letting him shoot right now even. And yeah, bro, just shoot. Do your thing. And now I'm just going to show you how strong our goalie really is. Because we can just use Keeper's Grid at this point. And I'm going to use Beast Fang for the elemental advantage. And I did not even use Flame Fortress. I just could have used Flame Fortress even. And it's doing okay-ish damage. 1-4 is okay, I would say. But wait, I can just use Doom Spear. If he's not having Keeper's Grid and an ability right now, it's in. Flame Fortress, and okay, with an ability he could even save it up. Keeper's Grid. And when he's now having enough tension for an ability, he's stopping it. He's stopping it, bro, not bad, GG. The match is over. It's only a 1-0 right now. But as you can see, he's not able to get through our defense all in all that much. And if he's getting through, our goalie is just saving the ball up without any problems. We just do one more match and try to win. It's just shooting with Fubuki from the left because we know he's having an Earth goalie at this point. And Fubuki got the elemental advantage right there. So this could be annoying. Our counter passive is on completely in an instant. But this is some very good damage, as you can see. 2.5k right now. Let's see. Long shots, but what he doesn't know is that we don't even need to use our long shots. But this should actually go in without big problems, bro. Okay, we can just use Grand Fire right now. If he's doing it good, he could place up a castle wall because I saw a Fubuki in the near of the short line. A little bit damage, very good at this point. Yeah, we should win it with Samford. As you can see, our counter passive is still on. If he's using a nerf ability, it's done. But he's not even using a nerf ability and it's the 2-0 already. Pretty good. I'm just using Falcon Glide right now because we have the opportunity for that. Because I like to play more with the keeper. Maybe I'm changing it in the future that I'm always using one Fablet striker and only legendary goalies, but that's something we need to check up in the future. For now, I'm 100% satisfied with it, and I think I did annoy the enemy a lot as well. Oh, nah, his goalie is just instantly in the front of us. That's why I did try to step to the right, but it did not work out completely. But if he's not having enough tension, this could still go through. Okay, he's having enough tension to win this focus battle at this point. Okay, we did not as well, but we are just 3-0 in the lead. We have the counter passive active. We have enough for the keeper's grid if I'm not wrong. Okay, we don't, but it should still be alright. Let's see if he's firing off another shot chain. No, he's not even. Okay, we can just use Super Barrier, Flame Fortress, and he did use Shell Burst if I'm not wrong. So there is no elements, so we just use Divine Deflectors for some higher KP at this point. But he all in all got a little bit elemental advantage, but like that, 6k against 3k, only 600 damage. Bro, it's gonna be so hard for any enemy to get through there all in all. Especially not when Keeper's Grid is... Oh, my X button is hanging still, it's so annoying, but never mind. We have 190% defense, is crazy because of the Super Barrier. As you can see, a castle wall got through there. The shot got even through there because we were not placing the castle wall right. Good, okay, Teres, you need to get through there. Teres did block it somehow. And now we only have Keeper's Grid. No, okay, Flame Fortress is still active at this point. But we have no counter passive, we just use Keeper's Grid like that. And the catch, and it's not in guaranteed. And as I told you, for legendaries, it's mostly like that you need 2 shots that the ball goes in. But for Fablets, it's always 3 or 4. And that's very annoying for the enemy and very good for us. The more shots, the better it is, as you can see. He's also not using an ability because of the elemental advantages the whole time. Oh, if I would have get the ball back right there, we could maybe score the 4-0, but like that, it's also very strong. And in my opinion, my team back-to-back 2 wins. Yesterday also I made like 2 matches, yeah, and just did win both of them. So till now I'm completely satisfied with the team. Maybe there are 1-2 things that I could change with a new possibility. Here another special ability, here another special ability, and yeah, otherwise my team is completely done and I'm very satisfied with it. If you like content like that, leave a follow, leave a like, and don't forget to write down in the comment section if I should show more ranked gameplay, like making a series out of it. And I'll see you next time. Your Seyshi. Goodbye.